this morning, a federal trial begins that will decide the fate of a merger between two of America's grocery giants. Kroger and Albertsons announced plans to merge back in October 2022. If approved, it would be the largest grocery merger in U.S. history. Now, they claim the merger will help them compete with big rivals like Walmart and Costco. But the Federal Trade Commission claims the nearly $25 billion deal would raise grocery prices and reduce competition. Joining us is Dennis Kneale, a media strategist, former managing editor of Forbes, and host of the podcast, What's Bugging Me on Ricochet. Good morning to you, Dennis. So break this down for people at home. I think they're going to hear this, and their first thought is, what does this mean for me? How could this potentially impact the prices we pay at the grocery store?
Right. Well, the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, is going to court to say that this merger between Kroger and Albertsons should not happen. It's anti-competitive. But what they're leaving out is that Walmart, this massive company with $650 billion in annual sales, has roughly 25% of the grocery store market. Now, how do you compete against Walmart? And what these two companies have decided is, let's band together. Together, we'll have $250 billion, less than half of the Walmart total sales. And you go for that scale, not because you want to get the market power to raise prices. When you're competing against Walmart, you will never be able to raise prices. You're doing that because you want to achieve scale and savings. You want to merge the back office. You want to do things to let you lower prices that you offer to consumers. The FTC doesn't get that because it sees anything as bad. But Brooke, I think the thing that bothers me most about this is that the FTC is racking up the worst loss record of major cases of any agency in recent years. And it seems to be working with the campaign rather than the White House to try to kind of further this myth that the reason prices are high is because companies are price gouging. This is an industry with profit margins of less than 3 pennies on every dollar they bring in. What are they talking about?
So what's the FTC's motive here?
It is to prosecute an anti-big company agenda. It is to forward the aims of the White House running for re-election, whether it's Biden or Harris. Let's remember that when Meta wanted to buy the Within company, the FTC went to court and challenged it. It's anti-competitive. They lost. When Microsoft wanted to buy Activision video games, it's anti-competitive. They lost in court again, the FTC. When Facebook, in fact, the FTC argued Facebook should have to be forced to sell off Instagram and WhatsApp. Lost that case as well. Most recently in July, just last month, I guess, the FTC came out with a decree. You know what? These non-compete orders where someone leaves your company and you can stop them from going to a competitor, we say that's outlawed and that's illegal. Well, the court said, hey, you know what, FTC, you have no authority to do that. And so that is a horrible track record already. And they're going to lose this case too, I'll bet you, Brooke.
So the grocery chains here argue the merger could lead to lower prices. The FTC claims it would do the exact opposite. Who do you think's right here?
Oh, the grocery stores are entirely right. They're trying to compete against Walmart, one of the biggest companies, one of the most powerful and efficient companies in the world. And Walmart thrives because Walmart aims to cut costs so it could pass that savings on to consumers. What's going to bring prices down is when the government will stop flooding the market with whole new extra dollars that are chasing after the old number of goods. It's when government will start spending less. And gosh, I got to tell you, I don't think under either party the government's ever going to be able to spend less.
We'll see how all of this plays out. Dennis Kneale, host of the podcast, What's Bugging Me on Ricochet. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.